What do people think of you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia, here on We'll See in the Moment for another pick a card reading. This is a general pick a card reading, but does have a love component in it. And if you're interested, there is a personalized extended reading available where we do look at more of the love aspect, especially what the ex you're thinking of thinks about you, what your current crush thinks about you, what do people love about you right away, and what do love interests notice about you right away. So the personalized extended reading is very much more love heavy, whereas this general reading is focusing on your friends and family, your work situation, your neighbors and community, and your love interest from the past and present. So it's going to be a very interesting reading. There is a bonus question at the end of the reading if you're interested to see if you have enemies and if what they think of you, if you have any. So it's a really packed reading with a lot of fun components, and I'm excited for you to hear it. And so I hope you enjoy the reading. Much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile one with the Sodalite. We're looking at what people think of you. And there is a personalized extended reading if you're interested, if this resonates, which I personalized general reading for you. And there's a bonus question reading at the end if you're interested as well. Okay, so friends and family, what do they think of you? Eternal memories. There's a feeling that they miss you. They have a lot of good memories with you, but I feel like things got a little bit messy. After that, I'm getting this energy of like there's been space between you and some of these old friends or some of your family members, and they're really yearning for you. They really like the connection that they had with you, but I think they like the connection more than you did. It's because you were a better friend or you were a better family member, loved one to these folks, or maybe you just kind of outgrew them. And so they have a yearning for you, but it's the old version of you or the old kind of connection you two had. And that kind of makes sense why you're kind of like, I want to step away from this a little bit, or you have for a while. And they kind of want to hold on to it because they like that aspect of you. I'm getting that there's a lot of messy memories in between the two of you as well, but they're holding on to the memories that they like of you because they're yearning for that part of you to come back. And I feel like that's a part of you you want to lose or, make better. Like if you want to connect with this person, if this person wants to connect with you or this group, then they have to meet you at your level. For some of you, that is the case. That's being worked on. For some of you, it's kind of like old memories, time to let go kind of thing. Cut ties, cut cords. The 12th house, and came out in reverse. I feel like you've been through a major transformation where your connection with people that you were really close to in the past, and we're in the friends and family category, so these are people you were really close to. It feels like they might have been coming up for you in thoughts a lot, or maybe they've been hitting you up more recently. Maybe there's something big that happened in the family, or maybe you've been thinking about old friends or friends that you had for a long time or were very close to you. They might have been popping up in your head recently a lot. And this is why. It's because you've completed a huge cycle in regards to them. And I feel like a lot of you are moving on. And that's why they're coming up for you. And that they're thinking of you a lot. And that's why you're also thinking of them. They might randomly pop into your head. And that's a huge sign that these folks are thinking of you. They definitely feel like you've seen things, you've experienced things, and they get a kind of sense that that you're very worldly or very wise or very cultured or something about like you know a lot of things because you lived a lot of things, and they understand that that's what makes you move away from this connection with them. But that's why they also want to connect with you more because you're that friend or you're that family member that is so mysterious or has a lot of cool experiences, or there's something about you that just feels like celebrity status or someone that's like well known or that's just fascinating and interesting. I feel like you keep it kind of quiet and hush hush, especially around these folks, but they still get that energy sense from you because they've been close to you for so long, or in the past they've been so close to you. They still have that energetic tie where they can sense things about you better than most people. All right, so pile one, what do people at work or that you work around think of you? Queen of Wands in reverse and grief in reverse. So all these cards have come out in reverse recently. So these are what people like currently around you think of you. People that you've currently been thinking of, people who have been currently reaching out or who've popped in your head. Like these are people who are like, these are energies that are popping up like very, very recently for you, pile one. Okay, so Queen of Wands, grief, accepting loss. There's definitely an energy where you're moving away from anything you were stuck in. So I feel like people at work can definitely sense your coworkers or your clients and your customers, or, you know, your audience, or your colleagues, your bosses and managers, or support system, or you know, your office team, or just people in your department, or people that you work next to, that you sit close to, in terms of your desk or your cubicle, or that you just see often, or maybe just catch for lunch at work. Just people around you at work can tell that you've stepped away from something like a big dragon. Look at the amount of skulls in here. Like, you've conquered a lot of heavy things, and you're such a creative person. You're such an intuitive person. You're such an innovative person that even people at work kind of think like, how has this person not moved ahead a lot more by now? Like, I feel like a lot of people had a lot of hope for you. They see a lot of potential in you, and they're kind of surprised to see you still there, or not starting your own thing, or not further along in your career. And it's definitely because the people who know, you know, like that you were probably battling a lot of dragons, a lot of demons. It was really, really heavy and like keeping you down at work. And now that has been lifted, because this came out in reverse, that you can now fully move ahead. Even now, wherever you are in life, no matter where you feel like you've missed out in work, or no matter where you feel like you wish you were able to pursue in your career, now is a time where you can push ahead. And I feel like wherever you are currently right now, pile one, is you're going to find a lot more success, a lot more easier. I'm hearing success that you should have already had. And so even if you want to move into something else or move into a different position, I feel like you're going to get success where you are right now, which is really important for moving into whatever you want to move into next. Or even if you just wanted to be successful where you are, you're going to see that come more easily now, because you've battled your dragons and your demons, that were a lot of them, that were very heavy and holding you back from being so creative and using all the intuitive ideas that you had to move ahead. Even people at work notice about you, know that like you're definitely someone who channels a lot of ideas, or could make it in almost anything, just because you're so like quick. You're a quick study. So like, if whatever you wanted to go into, or if whatever you're interested in, you could make it work. So they're surprised that you're still kind of where you are at work. Not that you aren't doing great. It's just like that they hold a lot of potential. I feel like these are people who might have known you for a while, you know, because they're like this person has so much potential, like I'm surprised they haven't moved ahead, kind of thing. Okay, and so what about your neighbors and community, pile one? What do your neighbors and community think of you? Three of Wands. Yeah. Okay, all these cards coming out in reverse. Finally get an upright card. Assessing. So your neighbors and community definitely see you kind of moving on to bigger and better things. Maybe it's not obvious. Like, I feel like these folks, they don't know what your potential is. Unlike people at work, I feel like your neighbors and community, they do see you moving on now, but you're figuring out what your next move is. So I do feel like your community and neighbors, they might know you a little bit less, but they do see you they know you enough that they understand that you're ready to move on. And with one card in reverse and one upright, I definitely feel this energy of like, this is happening now. Like this is what your neighbors and community think. They definitely know you well enough to know that you want to move, or that you want to improve where you live, or there's something about like taking the next step. So either you want to improve your current home, move into a different home in the same area, or move somewhere else completely. So I definitely feel like your neighbors and community see that, because they're like, they know and they talk to you enough and they know you well enough that they know you want to make moves. Okay. And then in terms of your love interest, past and present, what do they think of you? Beautiful pile one. In the moment, yeah, see, there's a definite energy for you, pile one, that things are happening right now. Big things are happening, big things have completed, and that's why a lot of things are on the horizon for you, pile one. Spirit guide, yeah. So I definitely feel your past and current love interest think that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, which is interesting because I definitely feel like your love interests have evolved, or most of them have evolved with you, and they even get the sense that you are divinely guided. Beautiful pile one, that you are meant to go where you're supposed to go in love and in life and with your career. Like they definitely sense that you have this kind of like purpose and this like destiny, and that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Even if they've never said this to you, I feel like they've sensed this about you. They look into your eyes longingly. When, like, the last time you spoke to any of these folks, past or present, they have a sense that, like, this person can leave without me and they're going to do beautiful, wondrous, big things. You know, they have that sense about you, like, you're meant to do big things. And that's kind of, I'm hearing, has inspired a lot of your past love interest and current love interest, but also kind of intimidates them a little bit. But they can sense it because, like, when they're with you, they think about how, like, when they're with you, they feel like they're the only person in the world, that you're giving them all this love and attention, and they feel very special in your presence. You make them feel very special, and they don't get that from a lot of people. It's they definitely feel your presence and your energy, and it's like very, very regal and strong and like noticeable. It's like you can feel it. You can feel it when you're in the room, when you're talking to someone. People feel the heaviness of your energy just because it's so powerful and so strong and big. Yeah, wow. Okay. So we have a bonus question coming up, which is, do you have enemies, and what do they think of you if you do? But for that, I just want to remind you that there is a personalized extended reading available where you get this reading personalized to you, plus a whole new reading with what does your ex that you're thinking about think of you, what does your current crush think of you, what do people love about you right away, and what do love interests notice about you right away. So if you're interested in that, the link for that is below. And now we're looking at the bonus read question, where you get to see if there is an enemy around you, and if so, what do they think of you? There's 2 crystals here, the rose quartz and the orange calcite. You can choose one of these, or you can choose any crystals in any of the piles. This one just might resonate with this pile a little bit more, but you know, if more than one pile resonates with you, like any of the crystals will resonate, as long as like it feels right for you. You might pick pile 1 this time, you might pick another pile. But anyway, if you want more time to pick a crystal, you can pause here. If not, and you are all set with this reading, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful rose quartz prio. We're looking at, do you have any enemies and what they think of you? Not the right time. And I came out in reverse. I'm getting no. But I do get the sense of there's someone who like tried to be your enemy, but they like couldn't be. They're not like as powerful or strong enough to be your enemy. Like, I feel like this person has the potential to be at your level and therefore be competition or be an enemy or be petty, but I feel like they're just like not there. Yeah, so I feel like there's someone around you who tried to be your enemy, but like it was just like you were kind of on your path to some sort of destiny, and it was like, you know, this person could have came in, because I feel like this is like karmic energy. Like this person could have came in earlier in your life and they would have been more of like an enemy, more of like a tough lesson or hard obstacle for you to kind of get through in life. But like they came in like right when you're like entering a really peaceful, beautiful, like spiritual warrior going for your destiny time. So it's like, no, that they didn't come into your life at the right time to even be your enemy. And I feel like even if they did, like even if they tried to towards the end, like they weren't strong enough to be that. Yeah. So what do they think of you? Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's this energy of they can see your potential and they see that like you are meant to do a lot. Like a lot of people around your work, how they think of you as someone who's like very, like has a lot of potential, very good ideas, has like what it takes to make this happen. Maybe the looks, the smarts, the personality, like there's something about you that like you have what it takes, but like it's kind of surprising for people to still see you where you are. I feel like this person can see it too, that you have all this potential, and they might be a bit jealous of that. Regret. I feel like this person regrets taking the stance of trying to be unfriendly with you. They're like, I could have used their clout to move myself ahead. I could have used what they knew about this industry or this line of work or this area, the folks here, and it could have helped me to get to more where I want to go. Like I could have used their energy to help me get to more of what they are. This person really wanted to be more like you, and so they're like, oh, I played the game wrong with this person. Yeah, and I feel like they played the game wrong because they saw you as someone who was maybe weak or kind of been passed over, like someone to walk over, because I feel like they're like, oh, this person had potential, but they obviously can't live up to it. But then I feel like they didn't realize all the stuff you're doing behind the scenes, because only people who do inner work can see when other people do inner work. You know, otherwise other people just get jealous, like why are they getting lucky and that kind of thing, right? So this person couldn't see that like you were doing work but it's behind the scenes, and so they misjudged you. You could have been someone that could have helped them, because this person is obviously someone who's like relates people's values to how much they can help themselves, right? Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light. Yeah, I feel like this person, if they were in your life, pile one, like they were someone who is like recognizing that this stuff now. They're recognizing your power, your light, because I feel like you're coming to the light and you're like living in your destiny, and it's becoming very obvious to people who were energetically tied to you, even if this person is no longer around you, or that you kept them at the distance, or maybe they heard from someone you know that like you're glowing up, even if it hasn't started yet, or even if it's just at the beginning stages, or even if it's further along, but like there's no way people would know unless you like told them or they knew how to find that out about you. This person knows because they can sense it energetically, and they are feeling like I made the wrong move. Maybe they're finding out some truth about you. Maybe you did try to help them. Maybe you did try to be nice to this person, but they just didn't acknowledge you before. Like I feel like there was like a lack of respect here, and like it's funny because there's people who are like higher up, I'm hearing, that respect you, but this person didn't. And they see now why like other people higher up respected you, and they're really like kind of like eating their words or something. They're kind of like, it's coming to light that like you made like a real, like you are who you say you are kind of thing, or you are what people say about you, like you're the real deal kind of thing. And they're like kind of like, oh, like I made a fool of myself in front of this person kind of thing. Like they're kind of, the way they're feeling bad is not that they hurt you, but that they made a fool in front of someone who could have been potentially important to them. That's the kind of thing, or important in the long run. So what's something that will happen, like this person will see you do, or that will happen because you kind of defeated this enemy, or for lack of better words. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Yeah, see? So whatever happened between you and this person, pal, one rose quartz, like you definitely start moving towards your goals and your destiny better. This person's going to see it, or they feel it, they sense it. Or something about like you overcoming this obstacle, this challenge in your life, allowed you to move towards your destiny more. Like this is what's happening with this enemy energy gone, is you moving towards your destiny with so much clarity and strength. And we definitely saw that in the general reading, that like you're moving towards your destiny. All right, pal one rose quartz, I hope you enjoyed the bonus read. Just to let you know, there is an extended personal reading available if you're interested to get all these energies more personalized to you, plus the extra bonus reading where we look at what your ex thinks about you, your crush, what people love about you, and what people that are interested in you notice about you right away. So if you're interested in that reading and you resonate with me or as a reader, I would love for you to check that out. If not, a comment or like is an easy way to support this work, and I really, really appreciate it, my soul friend. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I wish you much love and light. A beautiful orange calcite pile. Looking at the bonus question and the bonus reading. Do you have enemies, and what do they think of you? You're going in the right direction. Okay. Came out in reverse. Let me see which way it's intended. Okay, so you are going in the right direction. So I do feel like there's someone around you who's like pestering you, or like trying to kind of like bully you, or trying to get you, coerce you to get on their team versus another person's team, or like someone who's like trying to like wrangle you in or something like that. Like someone who's trying to like not intentionally like mess up your life, maybe for some of you, but like there's someone who's trying to like get you on their side or something like that. Like they're trying to rope you in, and this thing that they're trying to rope you in is not really good for you. It's not like horrible, but it's not something that's good for you, and it kind of slow you down in your manifestations or what you want for your own goals. So there's someone around you who, I mean, it's not like they're like the worst intentioned person, but like when it comes to this specific situation and wrangling you in, it's a bit more selfish and a bit more like greedy, because I feel like they might get like some perks for bringing you in, or something about like it'd be easier for them if you kind of could help with the workload, or it makes them look good if, like, you know, they might say like, oh, I brought this person in, or I have, like, you know, they might feel like you might owe them something in the future. But there's something like not a good reason that they want to bring you in, and it's not really something that would be good for you. It's not something horrible, but it's not something that would push you in the direction that you want to go in life, or in that career, or it's not the right like vibe for friend group or anything. So like I feel like you're going the right way by walking away from this situation, even though they're trying to like bring you in. Yeah, you're so clear about this. It's so obvious to you. Like you get this person's intentions right away. One calcite, like this person couldn't make it more obvious. I feel like they were getting desperate, and so like they're becoming more and more obvious, and you're kind of just like, oh my gosh, like you're making yourself like look stupid now. Like, stop. Like, just walk away. Like, and I feel like you're not even like talking to this person anymore, and like you're walking away and you're like, I can't believe this person is willing to go and embarrass themselves that much just to kind of like get a few extra bucks, or get someone to help them. Like, they're like kind of humiliating themselves in order to kind of get your help, or to get your approval, or to get your like I don't know. I feel like you would make them look good. And so they're trying so desperately. I feel like this person is desperate to make their reputation look better, or it's you're gonna make them look better in this work situation or friend situation or whatever this is. Like, bringing you into the group would make them look better. So they're trying to recruit you only because it would make them look good. But like, I feel like their reputation is so bad that like they're grasping at straws now. Like, they know you would never like do anything like this, but they're like trying to hold on to the last bit of hope because they so desperately want the approval of everyone in this group or something like that. It's so weird, and they feel like you're such a kind person that you might do it just to help them out. But like, even like, what are you doing? Like, what you're telling this person, like, what are you even doing? Stagnation, movement, even if it slows, it would slow you down. And I feel like this person is already like, they're in a place in their life where like things are like not good for them still. Like, you're kind of even looking at this person like, what are you doing? Like, why are you still there? Like, look at yourself. Look at what you're doing to be in this group. Like, what are you doing? Like, these people don't care about you. Like, why do you care so much about this group or something like that? Engagement ring, partnership, commitment, completion, union. And so this is the energy of what will happen as you defeat this enemy or move away from this energy, or as this energy kind of releases you. And lion, wow. Harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. So I feel like because you're kind of like, no, I'm not a mouse, I'm a lion. Like, what are you trying to do? I'm not a sheep, I'm not a lamb, I'm a lion. I'm a wolf. I'm the person who is going to tell you what to do. I'm the kind of person who is going to tell you that this isn't good for you. Like, I am a leader, and by doing that, I'm not going to go into your group and lead them because they obviously are lacking leadership, or they can use someone like me, or I can set them straight. But if you want me to be your friend, like, I feel like you kind of you don't feel bad for this person. I feel like maybe this was like an old friend of yours, or someone you like someone you knew like for a while. So you kind of feel like, I am going to show you how much of a leader I am by telling you what I would do in that situation. And I feel like you give them like one piece of like sound advice and then peace off. Because there's this energy of like, you have a really good thing going in your life. You have people who are committed to you. Because I'm getting with this engagement ring, like, it might be like a partner coming in for you or something like that. If you don't already have a partner, I feel like many of you already have a very strong partner. But I feel like the energy is more like, you have like solid people around you. You don't need this person. But there's a sense where you're kind of like, I don't owe anyone anything, but because know this person for a while, like, you'll help them out by giving them advice and then like move away or something like that. So you don't really have enemies. Orange Calcite, Pile 1. Like, you don't really have enemies. The only thing you kind of have, because you're like a really strong energy and you have really solid people around you and you know it. You have when people are trying to mess with you and trying to like abuse their connection or knowing you, like, like, I feel like this person, like, you haven't seen them for a while and they pop up out of nowhere, trying to ask for your help, in the guise of like, they're helping you, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, stop Stop with your manipulation. Like, stop pretending you don't think that this would be really helping you out. Like, stop playing games. If you're just real, I would probably help you out more. But like just stop. Just stop being like pathetic, right? I'm getting this person being really pathetic. And you sense it right away. You pick it up right away. Yeah. That's it. That's all I gotta say for you. Orange calcite, because like you already know. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this bonus reading. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment. It's a free, easy way to support this work. And if you're interested in a personal extended reading, you really resonate with me as a reader and this type of reading, you can get this personalized for you, this general reading, and then also a whole new reading about what your ex thinks about you, your current crush, what do people love about you right away, and what do people who are interested in you romantically like about you right away. So I hope you enjoyed your bonus reading. And if you did, I really appreciate like a comment. It's an easy, free way to support this work, this light work that we do. And just to let you know, there is a personalized extended reading available if you want this reading more personalized to you, plus a whole new reading about what your current, what the ex you're thinking about thinks of you, what your current crush thinks of you, what do people love about you right away, and what do people who are attracted to you notice about you right away. So it's a really fun read. I hope you enjoy this reading, and with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2 with the Diopside crystal. We're looking at what do people think of you. And just to let you know, if you resonate with this reading or this topic, there is a personalized extended reading available for 72 hours after this posts. And there's also a bonus question at the end of the reading if you're interested in that as well. All right, so what do people think of you? Family and friends. Hydrangea. Thankfulness for understanding. I feel like your friends and family feel like they went in a different direction in life, or they took a long time to kind of come around to your different path in life. And so there's a feeling of like, thank you for taking the time to get to know me and my decisions in life. Thank you for taking the time and giving me the patience to understand yours. Because I feel like there's an energy with these particular friends or family members that they recognize that not everyone took the time to get to know them, like on a deeper level. And you did without expecting anything back. And they didn't really take that time with you, or they took a really long time to do that with you. And so this is their energy kind of reaching out and being like, thank you for giving me that patience and for taking the time to like learn about me as a person. That's what we all kind of crave as humans, as people, to understand us. And a lot of people don't take that time, and they realize that over time. So now they realize like what you did in spending energy and effort and thoughts and feelings related to them for a long time. You took the time out. Pile 2. Capricorn in reverse. Yeah, you put in the work. I feel like you put in the work, and that's why it was kind of like crazy to you when they didn't reciprocate with little or nothing. They're also very impressed with the fact that you kind of knew what to do in this kind of situation. Like, they're like, I would have never thought of, taking time out or calling someone up and asking about this, or planning this kind of trip just to kind of work through this issue or something. Maybe you helped one of your family members or friends like kind of make peace with their family member or their friend or something like that. And there's something about like you just instinctively knew what to do in this kind of situation, and it kind of worked, and it resonated. Something about like I would have never thought to address this specific emotion or issue that this person was going through because I couldn't see it myself, but you did. And not only did you see the issue or the stuck emotion, but you knew how to traverse it. And that was like life-changing for them in regards to their connection with you or their connection with another person. There's something about like they're very, very impressed by you, Pile 2, and your ability to handle close connections. I feel like they kind of finally see it now because they didn't get it before. They're just kind of like, oh, Pile 2. Like maybe they thought you were overly emotional or sensitive, or you wasted your time on things that didn't matter in life, or you know, like they didn't understand your skill set in this area, but now they do. Now they do. They're very impressed. Okay, what about your work situation, or you know, whatever you're doing for work? The Hierophant, you're very knowledgeable. You're very, very knowledgeable. And I feel like there's the energy of like, you know how to work. I'm getting, because like this is a very, like I feel like this is a more spiritual pile for some reason. Like you, or like it's like spiritual, but you're very grounded. Like you're able to manifest very quickly because you have a really, really good head and heart. Like you have a really strong mind and very strong intuition as well. Like they work really well together. Very, very balanced energy and strong. So I get this energy of like, you know how to work the current system, but you also know how to work in the more improved like 5D system I'm getting. So there's this energy of at work, like people respect you, whether they're from like 3D or 5D. Like you're coming from either place, like the spiritual place or like the more physical, like 3D area. Like they understand the way you work really hard, and you know how to work the system, and you're very, very good at it. You're really knowledgeable. Resources. It came out reverse. Maybe they feel like you. I feel like you're the kind of like coach or that teacher or professor that stays late helping a student or goes the extra mile getting things for your employees, or you know, but you don't get recognized enough for it. Like I feel like you go the extra mile all the time, but people don't often see it. Or and also you don't have like the means for it. Like you're like scraping to get like funding for this project, or you know, working late nights to meet this deadline, and like moving things around for your employees in order to kind of, you know, help them out or something like that. Like an employee that just had a baby, or who has like a sick parent or something. Like you're trying your like best to help people out, and like I'm getting like you don't get paid enough for it, or you don't have the resources. Like maybe you know, like helping with the kids like soccer team or something, and it's like you don't have the means to, you know, get all the snacks all the time, but like, you know, it means so much to your kids and your kids' teams, and like it's so beneficial for them. So you like try to figure out a way to make it work. I feel like you lack the resources or the salary, income, whatever, to make this work, but you're making it work. Maybe your boss gave you this project and like not enough team members and not enough money for it, but you have to make it work, kind of thing. It's that type of energy. Yeah, you're working late hours but not getting paid for it. You're doing things off the clock, helping people when you can. Man. But even if you aren't doing that, like people can see that you're the kind of person who would. You're the kind of person who would do that for any kind of team you're on, you know. All right, so what about your neighbors and community? What do they think of you? The Hanged One. The Hanged Man. And self-love. A martyr, I'm hearing. There's something about like your neighbors and community feeling like you're purposely staying away from them. So like so much just so you can focus on taking care of yourself. Some folks might think like you're like an alien because you're just like so. Oh my gosh, Suki. You're just so you're so alien. I feel like you keep away from people. Maybe you're so different from your neighbors community that like people often misread that for just someone who's like a selfish or who keeps to themselves. And I feel like you're just kind of I'm getting you're such a star seed. So for you, like it's important to be around with the right people, or if not, kind of have enough energy and strength to do your own thing. You could take care of yourself, take care of your own self-love, self-care. Yeah, but your neighbors and community might feel like you keep them at a distance, that, I'm hearing from another planet, like you kind of maybe have a different lifestyle or have a different kind of aesthetic. Maybe your home looks different, or there's something otherworldly about you where you just kind of sorry, Suki kept like hitting the camera wire. I got a new camera wire, but it didn't work. And then I thought she was like playing with a crystal, but she was actually biting one of my cards. So she's in a little playful mood. Anyway, yeah, I feel like that's your energy too. Like I feel like you're just kind of like getting things done. Like you don't have time to deal with people who aren't on your level kind of thing. And maybe they take too much of your energy. So you kind of just like tend to be on your own. But I do see people around you being like, wow, you're gorgeous. Pile 2 is amazing, drop dead gorgeous. I feel like there might be like, whether it's your looks, I'm getting like, how the best models have like an alien face, like very unique looking faces. Like I feel like you have a very unique look or style, or the way that your home is designed, or like your landscaping, or the way you decorated it. Like it just feels like you have a very unique voice, and that's like very, very like treasured. And that's like it is a quality that a lot of humans look for. They look for individuality and uniqueness in others, because it's a really high quality trait to have. A lot of people kind of go with the flow in terms of trends and looks and whatever, but there's like the people who could kind of stand on their own, stand out, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes not. But like I feel like you are stand out for good reasons. You have a very unique taste, but it's like pleasant and divine. And people like sense that about you. I feel like a lot of people want to be closer to you in your neighborhood and community, but like a sense of like home. You give a sense of home, or like you're so authentic that like they feel like it helped them find their authenticity. But yeah, so that's kind of your neighbors and community. They do think that you have really, really good taste. They would like to get to know you more, but like you keep them at a distance, and that they feel like it's a little selfish that you're not more involved. But you're kind of just like, I'm just doing my own thing. Like I'm just have to, like the amount of work that you do, and you need a lot of like time to like for self-love, because I feel like you do have an occupation, especially because this is a spiritual pile. For once, I don't. It's the spiritual pile is usually like the later, like pile 4 or something like that, or pile 1, but this time it's pile 2, which is crazy. Sorry if you hear Suki eating in the background. I feel like you just have like such a drive. Like you help a lot of people, and you're always doing a lot of things. You have a lot of interests that you're just like, I don't have time for people who drain my energy. I don't have time to take on projects that I don't have an interest in, even if they do help out a lot of people in the community or my neighbors. Like I feel like you're so spread thin, and you're doing so much that you have to like really be picky. Okay. And you have to be, like you have the right to be. Okay. And so what do your past interests or present love interests think of you? Your love interest, past or present. Suki, you're like making so much noise right now. Thank you. Next destination, yeah, 3 of Wands. Like, I feel like your past and present love interest, they always feel like you're always on to the next thing. Like, you're always leveling up. And whenever you level up in a major, major way. So they're always excited to see, I feel like, where you're going to go next. Because I'm not like, yeah, you could be a traveler, but I feel like it's more like career or life. Like, I feel like you try out new looks, you try out new hobbies, you try out, like, you're not just jet setting. Like, I feel like people who are like, oh, I love to travel, like, that's so amazing. I'm like, okay, anyone, that's not like a hobby. Like, you don't need to try to travel. You just need to have money. Like, maybe you know how to travel better, like getting more immersed in the cultural experiences, but like traveling and going on vacation isn't like a hobby unless you like, going hiking or getting to know the culture. Like, I think some people like I see traveling in 2 ways. Like, people who like actually really engage with the land and get to know the history of it and engage with the food and the culture and the people, and people who just fly to places because they have their 5-star resort and just go hit up the like main attractions in the area. Like, that's not traveling. You just have to have money to do that. Like, you have to have depth to travel and call it a hobby. If you're just like jumping around jet setting, like, that's not, that you shouldn't put that in like the things that you like to do, because that's just like you're vacationing. Like, everyone knows how to spend money on vacations. Like, that's so stupid. Like, give it to a poor person, a middle class person, or a rich person. Like, vacationing isn't a hobby. Like, it's spending money on frivolous things, and everyone knows how to do that. I don't know why I went on this rant, but like, I feel like your past and present and love interest, like people who just like you in a romantic way, always feel like you're upgrading your life in big ways, like your look, your hobbies, your lifestyle, like even the way that you work out, that the things that you eat. Like, I feel like you always have interests and passions that you're actually playing out and living. Like, some people just talk about it, you actually do it. And they find that fascinating about you, because like a lot of people don't upgrade and level up as much as you do in the significant and like big ways that you do. It's mesmerizing. Reconciliation, they're always thinking about reaching out to you, touching base, seeing you, traveling to you. They always think about like seeing you because you are like a very big energy. You have the jet setter energy, but in a more spiritual and grounded and like much better way. Like, there's people like you ask them, like they're like kind of like vapid and like, oh, it's like, where did you travel to? I did this and this, which everyone in their friend group, everyone in their social circle has done. But then you talk to someone like you who's like, oh, what have you been up to? And then just hearing about life, whether you traveled or you pursued something new in your career, or you found a new interest in a hobby that you've already had for many years, or saw it in a different way, pursuing a different way to approach that hobby, or improved your workout routine, or got a new interest in, something around your home or your kitchen or your artistry or whatever. Like, I feel like it's just like there's so much passion behind it that people just love listening to it, and they're just like, why do we watch the like YouTube videos that we watch, right, about people who are doing their art and stuff like that? It's because they have so much passion for it. You can listen to someone doing the most boring hobby, like something that is like so boring to you, but if you find someone who's passionate about it, you would watch a documentary on it, right? Because like watching someone who has that depth and passion and connectedness to whatever that thing is what brings in the divine energy, is what brings in like the human interest piece, right? Like someone who loves it so much that they'll push it to their limit or bring in their own unique take on that hobby as far as they can take it because they love it so much or because they're the best at it. That's what makes it interesting. And I feel like that's the quality that you have, pile 2. All right, so if you resonated with this reading, you can get it personalized to you. The link for that is below. It's only available for 72 hours after this post. And we also do a whole new reading on top of a personalized reading, which is what your ex thinks of you, your crush thinks of you, what people that love you notice about you right away, and what do your love interest notice about you right away. Okay, and so then we have the bonus reading if you're interested in sticking around. But if this is where you're leaving me, I would really appreciate a comment if you resonated or if this brought some clarity. It's a free way to support this work, and I really, really appreciate it, my soul friend. I'll see you later. And if you're sticking around for the bonus read, you can pick these 2 crystals that might resonate with this reading specifically a bit more. But if not, you can pick any of the rose quartz or orange calcite crystals from any of the piles, and it should resonate with you. Just whatever you're drawn to. It doesn't have to be the same pile. And in the bonus reading question, we're looking at, do you have enemies? And if you do, what they think of you. So we have these 2 options here, but you can pick any of the rose quartz or orange calcite crystals. Timestamps are below, and I'll see you over there. Hi, beautiful rose quartz pile. For this bonus reading, we're looking at what do you have enemies and what do they think of you? So let's get started. Yes. All right, pile 2, rose quartz energy. You have some enemies around you, and let's see. Oh, competition. Okay, this is a romantic competition, or even it could be platonic, but it's just people who have who admire you, or maybe someone you admire. Maybe you're going after the same person, and this person kind of likes you more or is interested in you also. Or maybe this person is just jealous of you because you have this specific admirer or many admirers. Let's see. Trauma. I do feel like this person is traumatized. Like, I feel like this person, they have no reason to throw shade your way. Like, they have no reason to hate you. I feel like if there is a love interest, I feel like it's maybe like you just started like dating someone or got into a relationship with someone, and they're just jealous of the fact that you have someone. Maybe they're jealous of the fact that you have someone like your partner. They might be just jealous that you're so ripe. You're looking very sexy, very cute, and you have the ripe energy for people to notice you, and people check you out. People have an interest in you, even if they're their friends or their partner. Like, they notice that people like you, even if they're if it's just like a tiny crush. And I feel like there's no reason for this person not to like you. I feel like you've been really, really kind to them. I feel like this is someone like more new in your life or has come into your life more recently. And I feel like you've been nothing but loving towards them, giving them opportunities to hang out with you, or, you've been showing them nothing but kindness. And I feel like that's just who you are. And and not only this person, but other people notice this about you. That's why you get a lot of attention. That's why people like talking to you. You also look really nice. You just have the whole package. And I feel like this is like triggering this person hard. Yeah, this person is very triggered. Okay, so not today, not dealing with hurt, avoiding a conversation, boundaries, still anger. If this person is avoiding you, and I feel like this person is around you, rose quartz, Patu, I feel like this person, they have a lot of negative energy around them. They might be very unhealthy. So yeah, this could be spiritually or actually physically. They might just they might be like mentally like clouded. They might have a lot of trauma that they have to work through. Maybe this person goes to therapy and you know it. Or this person is just like unhealthy, maybe have unhealthy habits, or there's just maybe a lot of like negative spiritual entities attached to this person. They're like an easy vessel. So there's something about this person. Maybe they practice spiritual things and they don't know what they're doing. Or yeah, this like I feel like this person may have like started to ignore you or avoid you, and it's because they can't handle being around your light, around your energy. It's so overwhelmingly pure, loving, and divine. I feel like you might even think like I'm not really that way, but like you are compared to this person and compared to people that they've known. It's overwhelming for this person, and I'm hearing target on your back. So just be careful of this person, because even though this is maybe a new connection, and you're like, I gave this person no reason to not like me, and I didn't give him any information or not much. Like, there's nothing this person can do or say. Like, they can. And it's because this person's not thinking from a right frame of mind. They're irrational. It's coming from like a past trauma, and this trauma came up right. So this is something that's like still very fresh, and it's very, very big in their life. Mental issues, I'm hearing. Okay. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. This is what happens if you complete this challenge of this enemy, move away from their energies, or what's coming because you handle the situation correctly, or whatever, releasing this energy of this person is love. And with the Ace of Cups, like, I feel like you're moving into this energy of much more love coming into your life. I feel like if this person was around your life, they were stagnating your life, your love energy and your social energy. So like they might have been like kind of heavy, they might have been draining on you, they might have been kind of creating an unhealthy environment for you, if this was at work or your living situation, or a connection that was like, a friend that was around that social circle a lot. Like, I feel like this person getting out of your life a bit more is bringing more love in for you, because I do feel like you have that really good energy that's ripe for making new friends, or getting new potential love interests come into your life, even new opportunities that you would love. And this person could only hinder you. So like, even if you're like, I'm too powerful and I'm protected, you definitely are, Rose Quartz Pile 2. But like, I definitely feel like this person can hinder your energies, can try to mess things up for you. You're very well protected, and you're very, very in a really good divine energy, strong divine energies where you're protected. But this person, it's best just to like, because I feel like some of you are like, oh, like whatever, like I don't even hang around them much, or like, like they don't have access to information on me, or this person's harmless. Like, what can they do? They're like, they don't have this or they don't have that. They can't touch me. No, don't underestimate this person. Not because they have more power than you, but because they have a lot more hatred in their heart. They have more space for hatred than love. And I think you can't understand that because you are so loving, Pile 2. But like, there's some people who their heart is black, and they hold more space for darker emotions than light emotions. So you might understand when this person, like, they might have trauma. You might be like, oh, this person, they just need to heal. I can be more loving, or maybe I'll move away from them and they'll be fine. Like, no, like, this person holds energy for dark emotions than higher emotions, and I don't think someone like you would understand that, Rose Quartz. So even if they're being like weird, don't push it. Just leave it. It's not for you. It's not for your energy to deal with. I think this is like a huge wake-up call, Pile 2, just to remind yourself that there's people out there in the world who don't think like you, who are not divinely connected like you. So just, this is like a check-in from your guides to remind you that, like, yeah, like, although you're entering a place where you're getting more love in your life through people specifically, even opportunities, this is a good check-in to remind you that, like, there is a dark side to life. You just happen to be on the light side, okay? Rose Quartz pile, I hope you enjoyed your bonus read. If you did, I would love a like or comment. It's a great way to support this work. I really appreciate it. If you resonated with me or this topic, you can definitely get the personalized reading, where we get the general reading more personalized to you, but we also look at what does the ex you're thinking about think of you? What does your current crush think of you? What do people love about you right away? And what do love interests notice about you right away? And so, yeah, if you're interested, the link is below and up for 72 hours after this post only. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful orange crits. Hi, beautiful orange calcite crystal from pile 2. We're looking at, for this bonus reading, do you have enemies and what do they think of you? Let go. I feel like there's been someone that like did give you a hard time in the past, was kind of like an enemy, but like you've been holding onto them for too long. I feel like it was kind of like an easy out for you. Like in the beginning, they might have really like giving you like a lot of challenge and issues and problems that you had to overcome. But I feel like you're very like stubborn, and I feel like you had the reason to be. Like, this person like really, really did you dirty and were really, really bad. But I feel like you're kind of holding on to the hatred for too much, and like, you know, not forgiving only hurts you, not them. They keep like winning the longer you don't forgive them, which is like kind of a sucky thing to say, I know, but like the point is that like the more you let them into your head, the more they win, kind of thing, right? And like, you probably don't want to hear that because like, oh, they did this horrible thing and they continue to win. But just to let you know, you probably were that kind of person to someone else too. Orange calcite, like you might have been the same thing to them. You probably you know, live rent free in their head as well. So I'm just saying, like, just like the sooner you can like learn to kind of let go of this connection, the faster you'll let this in. We're gonna look at like what's gonna come in from you letting go of this connection. Okay. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Their words were sharp, and I feel like the only reason they affected you so hard because there was some truth to what they were saying, and it was really hard for you to confront those parts of yourself. I feel like you're kind of pointing the finger at this person, but there are some aspects that you need to point at yourself. So I feel like if you can do that, like, yeah, like they were wrong and they did really bad things, but like some of what they were saying was not actually wrong. Like some of what they were saying was true. And I feel like you need to acknowledge that part of yourself. And as long as you accept it, hey, we are not all awesome people that do good all the time. We all have good like and dark aspects of ourselves, and we just have to choose to try to make the right decisions for ourselves and move on the right path. But that's like easier said than done. And like, it's okay that we make mistakes. It's okay that we that our dark side comes out at times. It's more of, and very few occasions, rare occasions, it's okay to unleash it and let that bad boy go. But most of the time, it's kind of like you have to keep it in check, right? If you live, like, you have to learn to live side by side with your dark side, but like, you know, being able to control it, right? And so I feel like this person, like, what they said was like it was below the belt for sure, but some of what they said has some truth to it. And even if they were wrong like 98% and you were wrong 2%, like just look at the 2%, acknowledge it, clear it, and then like forget, like be like, oh, there was at least a tiny bit of growth that I got from this. But you can also look at it from that, like they had 98% potential for growth meeting you. So like it's kind of like a part of like your spiritual journey is not always being the one who's learning and growing, but being the catalyst for other people to learn and grow. And I feel like that's very uncomfortable for you sometimes, because like you don't like to indulge your shadow aspect. You don't like you don't like to think that you are the bad guy in a situation. And even if they were like the bigger bad guy, like it still makes you feel weird that you had to be the bad guy for this person to grow as well. But like if there was a time to unleash your shadow aspect, to kind of let your shadow aspect grow and to like be more comfortable kind of working with your shadow aspect, your darker aspect, like this was the time to do it, you know? Obsession. I feel like this person, like they're obsessed with you. They can't stop thinking about you. But I feel like it goes both ways. Harry Potter and Voldemort. Like one person can't think about a ton about the other person without the other person thinking about them too. It's like it's just energetic flow. Like if that's the thing. Like if you want this person to have less of a hold on you, like give them love. I know it sucks and it's so hard, but give them love, honest to God love to find their light and find their way. It's harder to do right after the situation. So like give yourself, like let yourself be okay that you don't figure them right away, that you didn't find love in your heart for them right away. If it takes some time to find that love in your heart for them, that's so fine. If it takes some distance and time, give yourself that distance and time. But eventually you'll find more and more love in your heart for your enemies, for this person who obviously has a ton more darkness in them than you could imagine, and they had to deal with that large amount of darkness for much more longer than maybe you have or that most people have. And so you can find some compassion, but it's hard to find that compassion and love and sympathy for someone when they've been kind of maybe torturing you or allowing you to suffer or bringing a lot of darkness and heaviness into your life. It's hard to do it. So if you need some time and space to get away from that, to find that love in your heart for your enemies, for this person, then so be it. Soulmates, yeah. This person was definitely came into your life as a soul contract, 100%. For most of you, this could be like a karmic situation. This is someone who was meant to come into your life to really, really shake things up. You might have been, because we always talk about someone who comes into your life to kind of shake things up for you. You were someone who was asked by this person's soul to shake things up for them. So even if this sucked for you, just know on a soul level that this person was crying out for help and your soul agreed to help them in this very tumultuous, difficult way. It might have been very uncomfortable for you. You might not playing that role, but imagine a lot of people who on this planet who have to play that role. It's uncomfortable for them too. Some people play that bad guy much easier than not, but like for a lot of us, we're light beings and we're divinely connected. For people who are very, very divinely connected, like you, Orange Calcite Pile 2, it might be a little bit more difficult and uncomfortable, but that's the point. We're here to have a lot of experiences, right? Even for us divine souls who are light workers, star seeds, or whatever spiritual leader you are, Orange Calcite Pile 2, like there's sometimes you have to play this role and it's tough and it's hard. Okay, so what do you get from defeating this enemy or overcoming this challenge or helping this karmic or kind of moving away from this energy? What do you get? The Fool card in reverse. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. I feel like this was like a test for you. Orange Calcite, I feel like this was a test for you too, because I feel like there's a huge cycles for you ending. And so for you, it's very obvious that you're ready for something big, something new and something big. But your spirit guides, only if you're ready, brought in a person like this to see if you are willing to step outside your comfort zone and have a new experience and challenge yourself in terms of experiences with the dark before you move into the light. Because I feel like you're about to go into a really, really big opportunity that's a light opportunity, something that you that resonates with you very, very much. It's really, really much of your frequency. It really resonates with you. But you needed something very much the contrast, very opposite your frequency and vibe, your energy, before stepping into something that very much is. So you get that contrast. So you are aware this is the right risk, the right opportunity, because it's very, very massive, and you might not have recognized it, or you might be afraid of it if you didn't have the contrast right before. All right, Orange Calcite Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed your bonus reading. And if you did, I really appreciate a comment. It's an easy, free way to support this work, this light work that we do. And just to let you know, there is a personalized extended reading available if you want this reading more personalized to you, plus a whole new reading about what your current, what the ex you're thinking about thinks of you, what your current crush thinks of you, what do people love about you right away, and what do people who are attracted to you notice about you right away. So it's a really fun read. I hope you enjoy this reading, and with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the red calcite crystal. We're looking at what do people think of you. We're going to look at friends and family, work, your neighbors, community, and your love interests, past and present. There is a personalized extended available if you're interested in getting this reading personalized to you. And it comes with a whole new reading, which we'll look at the questions at the end of this reading. There's also a bonus reading available at the end of this reading if you are interested. All right, so what do people think of you, your friends and family? Gratitude. I'm getting that they really, really are grateful that they have someone like you. I feel like there's a lot of friends and family that they know they wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for you. It feels like they some of them they're like, I owe this specifically to you. I don't know where I would be. Thank you so much for being you. I think you help a lot of people out, even if it's behind the scenes. I feel like you help people out in such major ways, even if it's not physically seen, even if it's more emotional or mental. You definitely help people plan things. Maybe you help people out with money, with time and energy, of course. But I think the magnitude of the amount of how you help people, because it's not even the amount, it's literally the magnitude of how you help people. Because I think it would be seen as something oh, they're just helping this person move, or loaning a little bit of money to their friend or family, or reaching out to this person and grabbing a lunch, but that was a lunch that saved their life or something like that, right? Or that was the amount of money that really let their career rocket launch, right? That was the help that they needed at a time where no one else can see it. You saw it and you helped, and it might seem oh, they just did this though. No, you know when to strike, you know how to help, you know what is the most potent way to help. I'm getting your time is valuable. I feel like you're wise beyond your years, I'm hearing. And you're very, very smart, very highly intellectual. I feel like you have a different type of IQ. I feel like the IQ that you have isn't always readily recognizable. I feel like you have the ability to connect ideas. I feel like some of you have the ability to recall information very quickly. Some of you have photographic memory or something like that. But there's something about your intelligence, the way that you think, the information you have picked up over the years, and your ability just to make ideas click and problem solve. Not only do are you so effective, but you're also very like pragmatic. Like you have to be very efficient because you're like, I have so much I need to do in this world in this short time that I have. That like when someone close to you asks for help, even someone from your past, you're willing to help, but like you're only allowed a certain amount of time or brain power allotted to this person or this situation, because you are handling a lot of other situations, a lot of other people, a lot of other cases. I'm hearing a lot of other problems, or very, very big issues or problems or situations that will help a lot of people. Suffice to say, pile 3, that your time is very valuable. And I feel like these folks know that. Opposition in reverse. I feel like a lot of people, because of how high level you are. Sorry, I combined the word how and high. I feel like because of the level at which you think and act in the world, I feel like it intimidates a lot of people, and a lot of people are offended by you. They're offended by your presence, and they hardcore mirror with you. They hardcore get triggered by you. Yeah, it's just something, like, I think you've noticed it for so long that you've kind of just like learned to live with it. There's some people who pick this pile who are like really like you're on another level and you know it. And there's some people who kind of feel this way. It might not be so like obvious. You might not be a CEO or not yet, but like I feel like this is the type of energy I'm feeling. It's like a lot of people use your energy, your persona, your ego here as a mirror to kind of work through their things. You trigger a lot of people in a lot of different ways because you're good at a lot of different things, pile 3. And I feel like you're even like people who are close to you, like your close friends and your family members that want to protect you. They want to protect you, but they also feel jealous of you sometimes. Or they also feel envious, or also feel like, why couldn't I have that? Or why did they get that? Or why can't they spend more time with me and help me with my thing? You know? So I do feel like even the people who like love you a lot may show these tendencies, even though they try not to, and try to like protect you and, you know, be in your energies in a pleasant way. But I think it doesn't always work out that way. So I think you found out pretty early on, pile 3, that you needed to find people on your level or work solo. And I feel like even like when you find people, it's usually to work with them, because I feel like you're someone who gets your priorities straight. And so like I'm getting this energy of like man, I just need to find some people I can like collaborate with, let alone like friends and a partner or a soul family. Like I feel like you're the pile that like you would take it and just you would take hanging with someone on your level, even if it's just professionally. That's what it is. Okay. But like people who get to know you know that you're very, very talented in a very specific intellectual way. Okay, so work. What do people at work think about you? I'm interested in this. I'm invested. Pile 3, you're interesting. King of Cups, you're very loving and very caring. And we got that too because I feel like you're one of the good guys. You're a superhero. Pile 3, you're someone who's like using your talents and abilities and skills and knowledge and intellect for the good of mankind. You're a philanthropist, for sure. Wow. I'm getting like you rather just do the back end work, but like a lot of people put you in as the face when doing deals or talking to people or having conversations or trying to get money, because you're just so interesting and pleasant to look at, pleasant to listen to. Your voice might be really, really soothing and really nice. And you just know how to present things. Because again, you're good at clicking. You're good at having ideas click different ideas, unique ideas. And you rather just work on that, but because you're good at that, you're also good at presenting this information, you know? You'd be the best man for the job. And so it kind of sucks that, like, even though you just want to, like, live your life behind the scenes, I'm getting that you're working towards that. I'm hearing for a lot of you, you're working towards that, like, where you can just work behind the scenes. Work on the things that you want to work on rather than things that you have to do in order for that work to be successful. I do, like, think, like, even if you have your own business, or whether you work for another company or in, like, corporation, or you have your own business, or like social media, or some sort of art or media that you're presenting, like, I feel like even if in those industries you still want to work on behind the scenes, you still have to be the front-facing person a lot of the times, because it's natural. Or even if it's not natural, even if you don't want to be, you're just good at it. You just got a miracle. Wow. Making a difference. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm gonna, like, wow, like, cry here. Pile 3. Like, yeah, I knew it. I'm like, miracles. You're making really good moves. And I feel like you're the one who can do it. Like, there's a lot of people who, like, wish they can be who you are and do what you do, but they say that without knowing all the sacrifice it takes, and all the hard work, and all the hate, and all the failure it takes to push anything to be successful, especially something so big, that, like, a soul mission type of work that you're working on. I feel like a lot of people wish they can do that, but at most it'll just be a contributing factor, someone who works in that company, or someone who contributes in a smaller community. But you're, like, one of the heavyweights. Pile 3, you're going to make big changes in the world, and it's because you were given such talent. But I think a lot of people wish they could be you without understanding the heaviness of the task at hand here for you, you know? And I feel like you're such a good, kind-hearted person. You're like, but I got to do this. And a lot of people, they're not. You know, they think they are, and they wish they could be as good a person as you are. And, you know, when it comes down to the money and leadership, like, they want to get corrupt, but they would. And I feel like you had to be a really strong soul and a really good soul on top of that to do what you're doing. And people don't understand that. But I do feel like the people that work for you, or around you, or with you, do recognize that ability you have. You're not someone who, like, wishes to change the world. You are someone who will definitely change the world. Wow. Who are you, Father? Okay, your neighbors and community. What do your neighbors and community think of you? The Chariot. Yeah, going places. Maybe you're always on the move. Maybe they always see your car coming in and out. Yeah, that you're always on the move. And balance in reverse. And then kind of, like, maybe you're always out. Maybe you're always on, like, work trips or vacations or seeing family, or, you know, something about you're always on the move. And I feel like people around you who wouldn't understand that. This is what I'm saying, pile 3. Like, nothing on the normies. You know, there's a part of me that wishes I could have a more normal life, and I bet a lot of people who are light worker star seeds wish that too a lot. A lot of people who are normies wish that they could have your life, but they don't understand all the stuff you had to go through to get here. But there's a magic and beauty to normal life, or the average life, that I think is so beautiful and magical, and wish for and dream for every day, right? But, you know, some of us, we have different destinies, and it looks weird to people who take the average path. So I feel like a lot of people haven't picked this pile for some reason, or maybe you have, because I know my audience, my soul fam, my soul friends on this channel are this type of energy. But I feel like this is speaking to those who, like, followed the path and continued that path, because a lot of people don't get there. Like, they think they're gonna, or they think they're made for that, but they, you know, like, it's the move that they make is, like, very, very small compared to what folks like you, pile 3, the many risks and many big moves you make in life. It's really, really radically different than the average life, and that's nothing wrong with the average life. But the extraordinary life has extraordinary, moments and difficulties as well. But I think that's why your neighbors and community don't understand your life. They might think that you're unhealthy, or you're pushing yourself too much, or you don't have enough time for the people that you love, and they don't understand. Like, for example, like a leader, a really, really big leader, meaning not just like a smaller community, but a bigger community, a leader of a bigger community, they have to sacrifice so much time with their own family, sacrifice their own health at times, because they had to put people, the greater good in front of their own many, 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 many times. And that wears on you, and then you get resentful, and then like it's hard to not just easily take that money or take that bribe, because it's like, I'm doing all this and I don't get any love. I just keep getting hate from people. Like, why am I doing this in the first place? I love these people. So you have to have a very strong heart, a very strong mind. And then it's like really hard to keep balance. And like, in fact, for leaders, your balance is going to look different than the average person's balance or version of balance. So like, you don't look at people around you for what is normal for you. What is normal for you is going to look so much different than most people you'll meet in your life. And so you can't compare yourself. You can't compare your life. You can't compare your habits to anyone else around you. You got that? I feel like that was like someone's like big brother or spirit guide coming through, and I felt them like heavily like slap my back, like, you got that, like a bro, like, oh my god. I don't know whose spirit guides came through like that, but they were really like a brother bodyguard type energy come through, really protective. But like let's go, let's do this kind of energy. I don't know. This is like I'm speaking in an even deeper, raspier, slower way. I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, so anyway, your love interests, past and present, what do they think of you? I mean, you're a superstar energy, pile 3. Like, you're a massive, you're a powerhouse. That's the word I was looking for. You're a powerhouse energy. Superstar is like, no. Superstars don't got nothing on you. Why am I speaking this way? Anyway, love interest. 2 of Roses, 2 of Wands, date card. Everyone wants to date you. Not everyone has the courage to ask you out. All right? Strength, yeah. See, strength in the verse. Yeah, that's the exact message I got. Like, everyone wants to date you. Everyone wants to check up on you. Everyone wants to hit you up, past, present, love interest. They want to keep in touch, even if you guys broke up already or you've moved on from this person. They always want to like keep in touch. They always want to keep your friend, stay as friends. They always want to check up on you. Maybe you get texts from exes all the time. Maybe you get people who look you up on social media, on the internet, like, a lot, but like, you might not know about that as much. There might be people who shoot their shot and like, like you could tell they had all the courage to ask you out, but didn't work out. And people who are too intimidated to go big, and so they go little, and so everyone wants to date you. And there's people from your past and people even around you now that want to date you. They want to keep in touch with you even if they can't date you, just because they would just love to be in your aura. Just had the hope and possibility that maybe one day you'll ask for them back, or that you'll reconsider, or that you'll talk to them, or that you'll be willing to go on a date with them. People daydream and fantasize about going on a date with you, being your boyfriend, girlfriend, and but most of these people don't have the strength, and it's because they can tell your strength, your power is massive. Pile 3, massive. All right, so that is the general reading for what people think about you. If you resonated with this topic or this reading or this pile, I would definitely get the personalized extended reading, where we personalize this reading for you, but we also look at a whole new reading where we look at what the ex you're thinking about thinks of you? What does your current crush think of you? And we can see that they think about you a lot. What do people that love about you love about you right away? And what do people who are interested in you romantically notice about you right away? So that is a fun read if you're interested. Available for only 72 hours after this posts. And we also have a bonus read if you're interested. But if you're leaving now, I would really much appreciate it, like a comment, or it's a free way to help me out and help this work. And I really, really appreciate it. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Much love and light. For those of you sticking around for the bonus question, which is, do you have enemies? And if you do, what do they think of you? We have the rose quartz and the orange calcite, and these crystals from this pile may resonate a little bit more with this pile, but doesn't have to be. You can always pick any of the crystals from any of the piles. Timestamps are below. And with that, if you need a little bit extra time to pick a crystal, you can pause here. And if not, I'll see you in the first crystal pile. Hi, beautiful rose quartz pile from pile 3. We're looking at if you have enemies, and if you do, what do they think of you? Okay, so unlikely. Yeah, you're just too likable of a person. You also know how to work with a lot of different types of people. You know yourself well, and you know who you get along with and who you don't get along with. Even if they are opposite of you, sometimes you complement each other well. Sometimes if they're opposite of you, it's just because you just won't mesh with that person. Like, you just kind of know who you'd work well with and who you wouldn't. And also, you're just such a big powerhouse of an energy that, like, you know, people would be scared to be enemies with you. Yeah, King of Pentacles. I feel like most of the time you're like a boss type energy, or you just have that like energy of you're very solid, you're very grounded, you know what you're talking about. You would have the resources. You would be the kind of person that, like, if someone tried to mess with you, you'd have like 3 different types of lawyers that you can call up, or a family member, or a friend of a friend. Like, you know exactly who to like hit up for a certain situation. Like, you have the resources, you know the people, and so people are afraid to mess with you just because you're so solid. You come off so solid. Apathy. I feel like a lot of people, sad to say, like, they kind of sometimes they take your kindness and then they just like, some people just take your kindness and leave. Some people take your kindness and they remember you forever. I feel like it's just what it is. Like, I feel like you help so many people that you kind of notice, like, some people, they'll show more gratitude for it and for a longer period of time. And some people, like, they'll just be like, okay, thank you, bye, and forget, you know, like, and it's just like, that's what it is. There's some people who are just more aware and more kind-hearted, and other people who are a little bit more selfish, but it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It's just they're at different parts of your journey, and you help everyone. So it's just what it is. And I feel like the people, like, there's some people who think the same about you. There's some people who think that, like, you don't really care about what you're doing or who you help or what you do. And there's people who feel like you're so passionate and you're so driven, and, you know, you're so invested in what you do, and you sacrifice so much, and you must love it so much, and you put your whole heart and soul into it. So they're like, you know, it depends on that person's perspective of reality and how many perspectives they're able to hold that will see you in the right light or not, you know. And it's probably someone who doesn't see you in the right light, it probably doesn't see themselves in the right light. And someone who sees you in the right light but has different opinions, they will at least respect you. So you can tell, you have some of these tells about, like, where people are on their journey just by how they interact with you, and how much gratitude they have for how you help them. Even though you're not expecting it, it's just like the energy exchange is, like, real. Okay. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, and meeting, hesitation. I feel like you, pile 3, even though you're meant for big things, and even though you have this type of energy already, this King of Pentacles, very grounded, even Emperor type energy, I I feel like it's hard to find people on your level. So I feel like you're just kind of starting out, especially at this time in your life, whenever you're coming across this. Or you might be revisiting a time, like it might feel like a time where you just started out again because you're starting something new in your life or something like that. But it feels like this energy of like, how am I going to find the right people, or how am I going to find the right people again? And Spirit's kind of saying like, oh yeah, don't worry, like you have the right energy. You'll magnetize people to you like immediately. Just be yourself. And what happens when you clear the energy of even thinking about that you have enemies? Pile 3, luck. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Yeah, I feel like you're just kind of doing a check-in. Rose quartz pile 3, because I feel like you're just kind of checking in. Like you didn't really think you had enemies, and I feel like you're so well protected, and you know it because your life is very, very resonant. But you're just checking in because you're about to start a new chapter in your life, and you just want to make sure if there's any energies you want to clear, even those with the people around you, good and bad, if there's anything to clear. And Spirit's like, no, you're good. You did all the things you needed to do. People are going to be how they are, but you are moving up. You're moving up in the world. All right, Rose Quartz, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, this bonus read. If you did, just a reminder, there is a personalized extended reading available for 72 hours after I post this, where we look at what your ex thinks of you, what your current crush thinks of you, what do people love about you right away, and what do people who like you romantically notice about you right away. If not, I really appreciate like a comment. It goes a long way in supporting this work, and I really much appreciate it. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful orange calcite pile. This is the bonus reading where we're looking at, do you have enemies? And if you do, what do they think of you? All right, so no need to worry. I feel like you're so chill. I feel like even if you did, your energy is so chill that like they'll just naturally disappear. They'll naturally just go away. Like I feel like your protection is your calm and chill. Or even if you don't think you're calm and chill, I feel like the calm and chill you feel around them or their stupid behavior, I'm hearing. Like I feel like for some of you, you're like, two can play that game, and you act even more stupid in front of them, and it makes it like confuses them, and then they run away. Or there's something where like you play the same game that they're playing, just for fun, and they're just like don't know what to do about that because it just frustrates them, or they're just confused and they don't know how to attack back, or they're just like, maybe you did it better than them, so they just kind of back down. But there's something about like whatever they're trying to do, you can do it better, and you kind of show that, you kind of flaunt that a little bit, and they're like, oh, okay, never mind, and then just like walk away, like dazed and confused. I'm getting, or maybe like if you did have enemies or people who like tried to be enemies, like they're just like too lazy or too dumb or too like high all the time to kind of like come back at you or even pursue this hatred, you know? What I'm saying? So like don't worry about your haters, orange calcite, because they can't do anything even if they wanted to. 9 of Cups, yeah, they might drink a lot too, or they might be like friends who pretend to be your friends when you guys go out in a friend group. These might be like in a friend group, or they might be your friend's friend group. And maybe you only meet them after work or at bars, or you know, in unsavory situation. Maybe you just get high with these friends, but like they're just like even if they tried to fight you, like I feel like they're kind of the people who are kind of like under influences. They're like they get a little bit feisty, or a little bit like sad and pointing the finger, or a little bit like, you know, hostile or angry, or like I want to fight or something like that. And that's just like shows you how much shit is going on in their life that they're not dealing with. It has nothing to do with you. And I think you're just so chill, and you just so know your own self and your own life, and like you're so aware that these people they honestly just have a problem with themselves, not you. And this happens. I'm hearing this happens every time we go out to the bar, or this happens every time we go to this. We have a family event, or this happens every time we have a work party or something. Like there's something that's like, it's just like, oh my, like this person, like, or every time we get a new deadline, this person just like gets so stressed and they can't handle it and they take out everything, and it's because they're going through a divorce or something, or something. I don't know. It's just like their problems that they can't handle and take it out on other people, especially when they're under stress or under the influence. Makes sense? Okay, isolation. I feel like you do a really good job of like staying away from, I'm hearing these crazy people. But also like you understand like these people haven't taken the time to like be by themselves. Like, you know, it's like the kind of people who can't sit still, because if they do, then they'll start thinking about their problems in life and the things that they have to solve. It's like that kind of thing. Like they have to go out and they have to drink their problems away, or they have to like constantly distract themselves from their problems because they can't sit down and deal with it. Does that make sense? I'd recommend like a good counselor for this person, or therapist for something like that, because some people, they need a little bit of a push to get help in order to like to get, even if they want to help themselves and they can't help themselves, sometimes some people just need a little bit of push to like be aware of that, or know how to start or acknowledge it, you know, kind of thing. So if you know these people like, well, like I would just be like, you know, give them like a heads up or something. But if not, like stay away from them and know that they're someone who can't, they sadly enough even hang out by themselves alone because they don't enjoy their own company, kind of thing, you know. Coffee cup, yeah, because I feel like this is the kind of person that like kind of they always ask you to hang out, but you don't really have fun when you guys are hanging out, and they're really only hanging out because they just need someone to talk to while they do the thing that they want to do. You know, maybe they want to watch a game, but they don't want to watch it alone, so they hit you up, but they don't really like you. And they just need a body there to talk to and do things with, you know, like kind of thing, like order a meal with, or, you know, they just need to, you know, like it's that kind of energy. And what happens when you move away from this type of energy, because I feel like you are defeating this enemy, overcome this challenge, or have become aware of it and kind of like worked through it and kind of moved away from it. Unity and a coffee cup is so cute. Time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract good love. Yeah, I feel like you're finding really, really good friendships that are uplifting, and even love, because you stepped away from this energy. You understood like this energy is not the type of energy you want around in the people around you. Even if they're just acquaintances, you rather have acquaintances or people at work that you hang out with here and there that you like and that are good for you and that you enjoy the company of, and they enjoy your company, you know, and that you have things in common. Or you can, even if you don't and you're on the opposite side of certain arguments, like you can appreciate the dialogue and the debate and even just talk about other things and agree on life things. And like I feel like you're just kind of like, oh my goodness, like I feel like for you, Orange Calcite Pile 3, like there's an awareness that like I don't want the people around me to have this energy. I want the people around me to have like to enjoy my company and like me for me, and to be able to catch up, like be able to handle these kinds of conversations, and be able to be mature and be able to like be genuine. And so I feel like this is the energy you're moving into, and this is the energy you've moved away from. All right, Orange Calcite Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed the bonus reading. If you did, I really appreciate like a comment. Just an easy way to support this kind of work. And if you're interested in getting a personalized extended reading, which is available for 72 hours after this reading posts, we're going to look into this reading personalized for you, but also a whole new reading where we look at what the ex you're thinking about thinks of you, what your current crush thinks of you, what do people love about you right away, and what do people who are romantically interested in you notice about you right away. So we have those options, yeah, personalized extended readings, And if I'm not going to see you there, a like or comment is really, really appreciated. Thanks for staying to the end. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4. With the Lepidolite crystal, we're looking at what do people think of you. We're going to look at friends and family, neighbors and community, work and love interests, past and present. There is a personalized extended reading available if you're interested, if this resonates with you or if this topic resonates with you. It'd be really fun to check out. And with that, we look at the general reading personalized to you, but also questions like, what does your ex that you're thinking about think of you, your current crush, what do people love about you right away, what do love interests notice about you right away. So it's a fun read. And there is also a bonus reading at the end of this reading if you are interested. So let's get started. Friends and family, what do they think of you? Daffodils, rebirth, new beginnings. I definitely feel like your friends and family know that you are starting like a brand new life, a brand new chapter. They just sense this in this energy. And if they haven't talked to you for a long time, or you don't talk about what's going on with you at this time, they just sense it. Because your family has such strong energetic ties to you, and even like close friends, even some from the past that you might have hung out for a long time with, but not so much anymore, friends and family, they will still have such a strong energetic connection that if you do bump into each other, or catch up and chat a little bit, or think of each other, you'll get the sense and you'll know that this person is like doing this. Maybe they'll see it in a dream, or just from a conversation, they'll be like, oh wow, your energy is much different. Like you must be doing something. And even if you're trying to keep things hush hush, like you can't stop from some of your good friends, close family members from knowing these things, because it's just an energetic tell. Okay. North Node, that you're ready to follow your destiny, that you're following your destiny right now, that you're being called to your purpose in life, that you're doing big things, that you're doing what you're meant to be doing. So there's an energy of like you're like a fresh new start. I don't know if you needed it, if you've been waiting a long time for it, or it's just the right time, or you worked for it. But people around you, your friends and family, definitely know that you are ready to take on your destiny. And maybe there had to be a reset in your energies in order to do that or something like that, but you're back on track, and you're like, I feel like your friends and family would know, like there's this energy, a quality about you, this like driven and like a go-getter, and that might have dulled away a little bit while you kind of worked on other things, or you had some things to heal or things to figure out or something else. And they definitely sense that energy like resurging through your life and your aura and your just even your voice, that even if you're trying to like keep it like under wraps or not let too many people know what's going on with your life. And that's like kind of the general advice for people who have this kind of destiny, who are meant to who are authentically aligned. When you're talking to people who aren't, and I'm getting some of your friends and family are, or can vibe with your higher frequency, but some people can't. And so the general advice is just like kind of keep new things to yourself, things, your goals, things that you want for yourself under wraps, or just be kind of general about it until you kind of achieve it or get closer to it, just because people might not understand, especially people who can't feel you on that vibe, you know what I'm saying? But it can't stop them from feeling, guessing, hinting, knowing something's up, Even though if you're trying to kind of like keep it under wraps, that might be a tell for them, because maybe you're more of an open book, but you're deciding to kind of be a little, something about like it keeps coming up, like more hush hush, or being like keeping it under wraps or keeping it quiet or something like that. Maybe you want to surprise them, or maybe you're kind of trying something new out. I know, like as spiritual folks, like I know that a lot of us are, like we try different things, and like see like energetically, like what happens if you do this, what happens if you do that, if you tell this person something, or if you don't tell, So I feel like you kind of give this a shot. Like maybe you say nothing to someone for a while. Maybe you only tell certain things. Maybe you trust and confide in some people. But you try it out. Okay. Something about like you rather not tell too many people now, kind of thing. All right. Your work situation. What do people at work or that you work with or around think of you? 2 of Wands. Yeah, it's funny because even people at work, it feels like there's like a door here, but it's like you're not going through it. Like, so this, I feel like even people at work don't see anything coming. So this is a good thing if you're trying to switch up where you work and you don't want your current place of work to know. You're doing a really good job keeping it hidden, pile 4. Like they don't have a clue. They don't even see that you have an opportunity in front of you. So yeah, people at work don't even know that you have an opportunity. People don't even know that you're thinking about like leaving or moving or changing or anything. Wow. Adventure awaits. Yeah, they have no idea. Or that you're planning to like take on this like undertaking, maybe start your own business or start your own project or get promoted or go after this bigger position or move to a different company. Like there's an energy of or a different workplace. There's an energy of or a different school, like where no one around you knows that you're even thinking about this. Wow. Or that you can even do this, that you have it in you to do this, or it's even a possibility for you, or that you've been even thinking about it. Yeah, I keep getting like they don't even know. Invention, burning with passion, and it's in reverse. So no one knows, and I feel like this is something that like started bubbling up underneath the surface very strongly recently. Maybe you just got the fire lit under you recently for some reasons. For some of you good, some of you bad, but like whatever it is, you're like, I have to make this move and I have to make it now, and I can't tell anyone about it because it's such a big thing, big move. And even though I like people around me and I trust some of them, I can't trust anyone right now except for myself. And this is such a big opportunity, or this is such a big passionate goal, dream, vision, or opportunity that you have that you're not going to let anyone know. Nope, not anyone. Wow. Powerful. There's something big happening. Even if you're not in this energy yet, it's coming, and it's coming pretty soon because both these cards came out reverse, and that's my sign that like this is like the now energy. So if it's not in your life now, it's going to be. But I feel like for some of you, this you know what I'm talking about. This just came up for you and you're like thinking about it, but it's like very, very recent, like you just heard about it or something, or you just thought about it. It could be a new invention for some of you. This is a timeless reading, but in my collective reading, I was talking about how a lot of light workers and starseeds and like spiritual leaders at this time are getting a lot of ideas. And right now is a great time to just like write them down, like get a small notebook. Like I have one right here, and I got an idea recently for an invention, and just like write down all your ideas and your invention. And it doesn't matter if it's not related to anything you would pursue or do. Your guides are practicing with you, channeling ideas. So when it comes down to the right idea and the right project, you'll have practice with it already. And some of the ideas that you have now that you might not be pursuing might be helpful later on, or helpful in some other way later. So they're just telling you to kind of practice channeling those ideas. Wow, okay. And then your neighbors and community, what do they think of you? 4 of Cups. Boring. I'm hearing like, I feel like your community and neighbors, they think that you have a very like scheduled, very repetitive life. It's the same people every day. They hang out with the same group of friends every weekend. They have a grill. You have the same partner. Like, they must have such a boring schedule. But what they don't know is that boring schedule and that boring quote unquote boring life, or that reputation, is allowing you to build some big things behind the scenes. And so it's good to have that boring routine. It's kind of like this opportunity or this change in your life. It's so positive and so big. That's going to require a lot of your brain power and a lot of your, it's going to require a lot of planning and a lot of moving parts, taking action. It's gonna take a lot out of you to kind of like figure out how to make it like, and it's exciting. I'm getting like, it's like an exciting thing, but it's a lot. It's a big opportunity. There's a lot of parts involved. For example, if some of you had to like move or something like that, or if some of you had to kind of figure out all like the legalities behind it and the paperwork or something, it's just so big that it would benefit you to have everything kind of more systematic in other areas of your life right now, more routine. So that way you can catch up with your friends or your partner or your family and your, watch a game, like something that can like be so regular that like you can focus on this. So who cares if your neighbors and community that don't care, that I feel like they're not, like, you have your group and that's all. Like, other people, like, they don't need to know what you're up to. And they can think you're boring, and that's fine because they couldn't handle the truth. Yeah, fear in reverse. I feel like they feel like this. I'm getting it's a good thing to make sure that your neighbors and community don't fear you. Okay, so nowadays, especially in the country that I'm speaking from, the US, there's so much like fear mongering. There's so much fear created between like different groups, that like, and so many people fell for it because so many people are, have so much healing that needs to be done, that it's so easy to kind of ramp people up and get them to hate and not understand other people because they've been so deluded to even understanding themselves. How are they going to take the time out to understand other people if they don't take the time out to do their own inner work? How are they going to do the inner work in relation to other groups, So it's kind of like, and like that might have been done on purpose. There's always an agenda of a higher and higher group, but there's definitely this kind of like fear porn society that we've created, right? And so easy to trigger people, and like everyone's like kind of walking on eggshells, right? So I feel like for you, I feel like there's a reason for people to fear you, right? Your ideas, your thoughts, they cut like a sword. Like you have a really good sharp tongue. You're very, very smart, and you're a very good debater, or you're very like knowledgeable. Like something about like you can cut people down with your words, but you're very careful with that. You have a very sharp mind, but you're very careful with that. And who knows like how smart you are. And there's also an energy of like you've done some shady things in your past, or maybe you're someone who has the ability to do some damage if you so chose to, like break the laws, or inflict some damage, whether it's socially or physically or verbally. Like you're that kind of person that like you're badass, right? But you can't let anyone know because then they fear you, right? So I feel like you're purposely more like docile in front of like other people, just so people wouldn't fear you. Interesting. Wow, you're an interesting person to file for. Yeah. There's something about to like burst out of you, a power. A power is about to burst out of you. Okay. So love interest, past and present. What do they think about you? Eight of Cups in reverse, self-elimination. I feel like a lot of people who took themselves out of the running because they were just so intimidated by you are trying to come back. So as this usually happens when you're about to start a new chapter, especially one that's so aligned. There's going to be a lot of energies, those that are good and those that are not so good for you, that might want you back, and they might think of you. They might not actually reach out to you. A lot of them are so intimidated, or it's been such a long time that they feel kind of weird about just reaching out to you. So, but they might pop up in your head. This often happens when you're starting a new chapter or new cycle in your life, or a major one. You'll have people pop into your head. We're talking about love here, so you'll have a lot of past romantic interest, crushes, people you passed on, people who passed on you that still think about you, pop up in your head. Yeah, so that's what's happening. And some of them will reach out, especially if it's been more recent, or for someone that was a big energy in your life, or just they haven't reached out and they're going to shoot their shot at least once more before they move on, kind of thing. Clarity in reverse. Okay, so both these cards came out in reverse. I feel like a lot of people, oh my God, interestingly enough, I think a lot of people are going to reach out to you to kind of see what they did wrong. I feel like because you're ready to start this new cycle, there's some people who are reaching out to you just because they see you moving on, and they're like, oh, pile 4 is the best best I will ever have. So best I can ever do. Like, so let me shoot my shot. But then there's also, I'm getting there's quite a few people, pile 4, that just want clarity from you. They want to know like what they did wrong, or what they could have done better, or what you're up to. And if there's like some benefit in networking here with you. There's actually quite a few people, pile 4, who can hang with you on your level energetically, who might be coming back, kind of for like a business proposal, or just like wanting to see if you want to be friends. There's like benefits in just like talking, having a conversation with you is like tremendously helpful. These might be some people who even like resonate with the terms light worker or starseed or something like that. Some of them are going to be like more spiritual and see the advantage of just being like just having a conversation with you here and there. Yes, maybe a business opportunity, maybe a friendship opportunity. Some people, they might just be reaching out because they just want to see how they can improve in being a better, like, romantic partner or something like that. Maybe they're just kind of like, yeah, I went on a few dates and like, I'm just like, I don't understand what I'm doing. And like, I think our relationship was really good and I want more of that. Or like, I think like, our relationship was the best I ever had, but like I think we both have matured, and like maybe you know something that I don't, and you could help me with this or something. There's definitely that energy of like there are some people in your past who have grown while you have, and are interested in reaching out just for actually platonic or actually very mature, spiritually mature reasons. All right, so I would expect that too. Pile 4. All right, so pile 4, I hope you enjoyed this reading. There is an extended reading available that's personalized. It's available only 72 hours after this posts, where we go over this general reading and have it personalized to you, resonate with you. And then we have a whole other new reading that we also look at your energies for, which is, what the ex that you're thinking about think of you? What does your current crush think of you? What do people that love you notice about you right away? And what do people who are romantically interested in you notice about you? So that is a fun extended reading if you are interested, the link for which is below. And there is a bonus reading here, which we're going to move into. It's a bonus question. If I'm not seeing you here, like a comment would be really appreciated for continuing to do this work. It means a lot. I appreciate it so much, soul friend. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. For those of you sticking around for the bonus reading, we have two options here, the rose quartz and the orange calcite, but you don't have to choose these two options. You can choose any of the rose quartz or orange calcite options in any of the from any of the piles. This one just might resonate with this specific energy a little bit more, but it doesn't have to. And the bonus reading asks this question: if you have any enemies, and if you do, what do they think of you? So if you need more time to pick a crystal, I'd pause here. If not, I'll see you in the first read. Hi, beautiful rose quartz pile. We're looking at if you have enemies. Do you have enemies? And what do they think of you if you do? Do you have enemies? Get more information. Okay. So I am getting from you guys, it's a good thing that you checked in on this, because I think you spend a lot of time not thinking about this, but maybe you should spend a little bit of time on this, because there are some people around you who don't have that good energy towards you. And I think you need to be more aware and alert of that. There are some folks around you who are not playing on your team. Let's just say that. 8 of Cups. These are people who should have left your life a long time ago. It's someone you should have moved on from. I feel like you gave this person too many chances, and they keep messing up. I feel like they're not even messing up towards you. They just keep messing up in their own life. And I'm getting there's more than one person in your life who shouldn't be there anymore, that you should have moved on from, or you should recognize that they're not moving ahead in their life and they're just slowing you down. And there are some other people who also, they might not have the best intentions for you. They might not have the worst, but they don't have the best. And so it's just better to kind of, cut the slack kind of thing, cut the excess off, and it'll just help you move forward in your life, rather than have people hanging on you that are like kind of good, kind of bad, or not improving their own life. And some of them you gave too many chances to do the right thing, and it's just like, like they're just like, I just mess up. So that's what I do. I'm just getting that kind of energy. There's like multiple, maybe 3 or 4 people for one or all of these reasons, different reasons. Just like not the best energies and should be cut off. And I feel like you're just not paying attention to it because you don't want to, or you're being a little bit naive and you need to pay more attention to it. Obscurity. In the unknown, there's room for endless possibilities. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of like, oh, it's too hard to tell though. Like, no, you can tell. Like, I feel like if you took the time to kind of really, I'm hearing do like a inventory on your friends. Do inventory on the people in your life, friends, family, co-workers, just everyone that like you talk to on a regular basis, even if it's just like once a week or once every other day, or if you see them in the office that day, or if your friend is not in a relationship and they hang out with you more, like whatever, like just write down all the people in your life, good, bad, neutral, that you just see on a regular basis that are like in your life right now, and evaluate them, evaluate your connection. Take the time to do it. If your employer can do that to you, why can't you do that to your friends and family? Like you should like, you're your business, you're your own company, like you're your own brand. Like you need to make sure you like the people who you're working with in life, And it sucks to fire some people, and some people you're happy to fire, but you got to do it, You have to do the inventory. I'm getting some of you, like, I don't have much practice on that, and some of you do, but just haven't done it for a while. So this is just a reminder from you guys to do it. Healing heart. I'm getting like, okay, so this is what's going to happen if you kind of follow through with this action and do this kind of inventory and kind of take on this challenge and persevere and defeat it and complete it. And I feel like for some of you, you already have. And this is the good luck you're getting because of that. Angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey and healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship addiction. Yeah, I feel like some of these folks, like, they can't break a habit, whether it's like their own substance abuse or just kind of hurting people or just like being selfish. Like, they just can't stop it being that way. And I feel like you're being very, very protected. So if you're kind of like worried, like, does that mean I have to be on my own for a while? Like, how am I going to do that? Are people going to hate me for a while? Like, Spirit's saying, like, if you do this, we'll protect you. If you do this, we'll protect you. And Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to Spirit. I'm getting this is like, you're just going to have a blast just hanging out with yourself and seeing all the things that Spirit has to show you. Because even if it's, whether this is the first time you're going to be doing this kind of like inventory kind of inner work, or you're like a veteran of the spiritual journey and you've done it like dozens of times, I feel like there's a moment you get like a pause. It might not be that long. Let me see if I can get some time frame energy. Yeah, 3 months from now, less than 3 months. So it's you're only gonna be on your own for like a few months, not even. And it's gonna be a time where you're gonna be powered up from Spirit. Literally, you're gonna have an angel backing you, and you're gonna. I'm getting this energy, like, this came up for like the collective. This is a timeless reading, but like there's this collective energy where it's kind of like for light workers, star seeds, and like spiritual leaders, where there's an energy of like good things are coming for you, manifestations, especially when it comes to like soul family or divine counterpart, and also career and abundance stuff. But like I'm getting like career and abundance stuff is going to come in for you first and maybe a partner around the same time, but like the soul family and community is going to come in for you afterwards, because your spirit guides want you to feel so strong and very, very confident in your intuition and your abilities that you know what kind of decisions you would make with that amount of abundance, with that amount of success, before you have the influence of people who are going to be the next people who are close to you, your next group kind of thing. So that's just for some of you who resonate with like that spiritual journey. For some of you that resonate with spiritual stuff, but not really with the whole light worker starseed thing, I definitely feel like you needed some time to just breathe. And I'm getting, you're not going to get any hate. It's just going to feel like, I feel like at first you're going to feel like kind of weird, like not hanging out with people, not checking up on people, people not checking up on you, which is that energy. People sometimes check up on you just to put you down or to compare themselves to see if you're doing better than them. What's it called? There's a name for it on TikTok, but I don't care. But I feel like it's going to feel like weird at first because like people are checking up on you, or people start behaving differently towards you. You might feel guilty, or they try to make you feel guilty. And you might feel guilty yourself, being like, oh, I have this day off, like I could be there for my friends, this and that event or whatever, like. And I feel like it takes a second to kind of like not feel guilty anymore, feel confident in your decisions, and then be ready to move forward. So I think it's just like a downtime to kind of not feel guilty and be confident in your decision that you're making. All right, rose quartz crystal pile 4. I hope you enjoyed your bonus read. I would really appreciate like a comment if you liked this reading, if you resonated, or if you want to support my work in a free way. I really, really appreciate it. There is a personalized extended reading available where we look at what the ex you're thinking of thinks of you right now, what your current crush thinks of you right now, what do people love about you right away, and what do love interests, people who are interested in you romantically, notice about you right away. It's a fun read where you get the general reading personalized to you, but also a whole new reading. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful orange calcite pile. We're looking at the bonus read here, which is, do you have enemies? And if you do, what do they think of you? So we got, listen to your intuition. Okay, so it's not being very specific, and I think it's because your guides want you to kind of pay attention to something. I'm getting it's like not necessarily if there's enemies around you, but if there's something that's not supposed to be in your life right now. Okay, I'm getting, so like you don't necessarily have enemies, pile 4, but pile 4 orange calcite. I mean, you could, but I'm getting it's like it's more general or overarching than that. Like I feel like it's more might not necessarily just be like a person or people. It doesn't have to be people at all. It might be just a thing or a situation that's in your life that's not supposed to be. And Spirit's like kind of making you aware of that. 9 of Wands. This is something that's been kind of preventing you from moving forward on something that you've been working on for a very long time. So there's something in your energies that is preventing you from finishing something that you've been working on for a very long time. So some of you, this can be a career. Some of you, this can be the end of a relationship or a friendship or a work situation or a living situation, a habit or a health thing. But there's something that you've been working on for a very long time that you feel like should have been finished by now or should have ended by now, but or you should have had success in by now, or you should have moved to the next level in or the next status in or up like by now. Moved into the next part by now, and it hasn't. And that's because there's something in your life that doesn't belong there. That should be out. Okay, Judgment. Judge less, understand more. Okay. It could be judgment toward yourself, but I think that's only a part of it. I feel like you're judging yourself if what would happen if you did take this out of your life, or what if you did move there or get married to this person or go all in this career or break it off with this friend that you've been friends with for like ever or something. Like I feel like you don't want judgment from other people, and that's why you haven't thought of doing this, because it hasn't even crossed your mind, because you never would do it, something like that. Or you'd be hard pressed to do it because it's just, I don't know, like you're worried about how it might make you look, or might make you look to people you care about. Ascending, but like you are meant to move forward. Like this is what will happen if you do get rid of this thing that you're holding on to that's not meant to be there. And patience, slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. I do think it's more of an internal thing, but its effects are affecting your long-term outward things. So whether it's a relationship, a career, a living situation, or health, I feel like this internal belief is preventing you from making the right moves that you should have made or should make. Maybe it's like standing up for yourself in a relationship, being like, hey, like, we've been together for a long time now, and if you're not showing interest in moving this connection forward or pursuing our bigger goals at this time, then like I'm gonna have to reconsider our relationship and think about that. Like, are we moving forward or not? Are we growing together or not? In this career, it could be like, like I dedicated myself to you and this company and this work for a very long time, and if I'm not going to be moving forward at this time, like I have been presented with other offers with better pay and way forward in my career. And so like, talking to your boss about that, or it could be like your own personal things. Like, hey, I've been kind of working on this music career for a long time, and, I've been kind of skirting the line of what's trendy, what's popular, what I know will hit with people, and what I actually want to do. And I know some people are not going to like it. I think most people are not going to like it at first, but like if I don't practice in it, I can't if I don't do more of it, I can't find the right thing that will hit both that line of something I love to do and something that will also be helpful or pleasant and enjoyable for others. So it's time. It's time. This health thing, this habit has been really a crutch, and at times I saw it in the positive light, at times I saw it as a negative thing. But you kind of have to make up your decision. Especially when you have a habit, like if you're not ready to let go of it, you're going to find some sort of excuse to keep it going, you know? And it's kind of like when you're ready, you're ready. Something about your health, if you haven't, like, if maybe you were doing something that in a way that people were telling you to do it, and you're like, it hasn't been working. I've been trying this method for so long. You know what? I'm going to find some alternative ways to kind of deal with this. And, you know, like, I've experimented so much on my own body, not in like risky ways, but like with different things to see how it would help and heal and improve my body and my mind and my cognition and my motor skills and my, my bones and my whatever, my skin, like everything, right? So like at some point you just kind of have to like stop thinking about what other people will think of your actions. It's not, I feel like it's not even like other people. Like you're judging yourself so hard. Pile 4, orange calcite. Like you're judging yourself so hard. And that's preventing you from moving forward. I feel like you're afraid to be kind of like weird. But like if you're not, then like you're not going to find that unique thing in life that's going to be yours. That's what's preventing you from moving forward. Because I feel like you've done the best you can in where you are. And now you need to change things up. And you can't, if you change things up in a way others have, it might work for you, it might not. But like if you change things up in your life that really only very specifically resonates with you, you're going to find a path that like in whatever thing that you were working on that, man, just opens up so many doors for you, opens up your mind, allows you to channel in more ideas and more creativity, and the universe will gift you with abundance of time and resources and whatever you need to make it happen. So at some point you gotta just like stop blaming other people and pointing at other people, being like, oh well, they're gonna think this and that and they're gonna judge me. Are you judging yourself? Pile 4, orange calcite. What else are you gonna receive from this? A wish granted. I feel like you've been on the cusp of getting everything that you wanted, but there's something holding you back. You know, I'm also very not clear on this, so I'm going to pull some more clarifiers, which I usually don't do. Maybe it'll be different for different people. If you pick this pile and want the personalized extended, I can go in more detail for you. Okay, so we got Lily and Dog. Maturity, virtue, wisdom, and loyalty and friendship. Yeah, I do feel like for some of you, it's just like you're being loyal to... You're trying to be loyal to people, places, and things that have treated you well or helped you and got you a leg up. But it's time to kind of just move forward. Like I think a lot of the structures and a lot of the groups of people that are around you were very loving and supportive and helpful at times. And maybe you're just so comfortable learning lessons through the channels from which you have been. But now it's time to kind of change your environment and your reality so much so that you have new people and new situations and new groups and new work in which to learn and grow from. And I think that's like kind of the uncomfortable thing, because this is such a huge energy I'm getting. Okay, siblings. Yeah, I feel like these are people who feel really, really close to you. They feel like soul brothers and sisters. And it just feels like at some point you have to recognize, even if you like a student can surpass their master, and like, you know, if you're a student of the universe, like you would want to keep going. And there's a feeling of like a little bit of guilt of like leaving behind these people at work, leaving behind the family, leaving behind this place that served you well, like, you know. But like at some point, like you're gonna have to. You're going to find something else. You're going to find other soul family. You're going to find other soul places and situations and work and passions. Yeah, there's something about doing this like privately, secretly. I think you're going to be doing really, really, really well. Really, really well. And I think you have to keep it from some folks for a while, because I feel like they're not going to understand it. They've only seen you struggle. They've only seen you being close to making it, but not actually making it. And people are not going to respond well. You're not responding well. Your own ego is like fighting you about winning and succeeding and having this wish come true after all this patience. They want you to stay in patience because like you've just been so used to just being like, oh, someday soon, someday soon. That's some days now. Pile 4 orange calcite. And so it's time to move forward. Maybe not tell everyone. Because a lot of money coming in. And I feel like you have such a sense of loyalty to the people who've done right by you. But at this point, you kind of just have to get to what you have to get to. You're receiving an opportunity to move forward, and you're going to have to do it. But you're going to have to let go first. Yeah. You're going to have to let go first. I feel like this is a different energy for different people, but I feel like it's an energy of something that you felt loyal to, that was loyal to you, or did you, like, there's such a good energy. Maybe it's like family that supported you and loved you no matter what, or, a friend group that, like, stood by you no matter what, believed in you, you've been friends with for such a long time. A community that, like, helped you out when you needed it, loan you that cup of sugar or whatever. It's that type of energy. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 4 Orange Calcite, this bonus reading. There is a personalized extended reading available if you want this reading more personalized to you. And it also comes with a whole new reading where we look at what the ex you're thinking about is thinking of you. What does your current crush think of you? What do people that love you love about you right away? And what do potential love interests or romantic interests, past, present, future, notice about you right away? So it's a really fun read if you're interested in that. It's a very exciting read. I'd love to connect with your energies. If not, you can always support me in free ways through likes and comments to support this work. It means so much to me. And with that, soul friend, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.